Family, on a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever on a day. And we are welcome to the program Inside Saloon, at the then and now media empire where they broadcast live on Facebook. Today, now an emergency broadcast. We're not going to broadcast this program on Thursday, but we get a special guest and we get a topic what we need for can discuss about it very, very urgently. Because we not all know say the rerun after rerun election, na constituency 110, they come this Saturday. So we want to address that issue there before the election starts. Family, una welcome once more. Me now, una host and presenter, Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. And today, na Thursday, the 10th of December, 2020. Please, family, I want to share this program far and wide. Because what you go for can talk today, now, very, very important topic. And we'll get a very, very outstanding guest today. We get for can help we for dissect the issue there. So plenty one. So please, I want to continue for share. Please, we're going to continue for share the program. Because the way I say, today broadcast now an emergency broadcast because of the fact that the rerun election na constituency 110 na Saturday it get for happen. So we decide say, well, we'll make this broadcast today Thursday for talk about this election, for talk about what we don't see, and also for admonish the people them in authority, the people them in charge for run this election, for make sure say this particular district, this rerun election, for go on smoothly, and if it be free, we not say not be fair, but it for be free. And somehow the results will come out. It get for be that the result that one day where the people then go hear in a radio announced, and the person where the people then vote for, that person they na ingo go represent in a parliament. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we allow we continue for share the program, please. Because like what I said, we get plenty things today for talk about in relation to this particular rerun election. Because we can give a background account of what's happened, all things don't take place. To today, we saw so today. Since the election 2018, we bring this current administration to governance. Waiting take place now the well of parliament. Say when they decide for rerun this election back. And what thing will take place for that rerun election day? What we all see, because this is not something we established, not something we hide. We all see what happened. So all that we go for come talk about them. Very important, very important. We go for can talk about all the issues in day. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I will continue for share. Because we guess go come as any minute soon. But let we continue for share. Please, because it's very important. Very, very important that we continue for share. You know, this particular program, I believe say, now a program we're going to go down at the records. People don't go watch this program today, go be a witness for what we go for can talk today, what we go for can discuss today. It's very, very important for let we share, let we get as many people as possible for men and witness this program, men and know what they go on, what on pass, what in set, and what in we patriotic and progressive Sierra Leonean them they expect. Because it's very, very important. So at the original, all we continue for share. Normally, I can open my program them with salon music, where we all they play. So that we go remember we country sometime, you know, all the good times and all the tough times we don't pass. But today, we decide not for. Because not to all time, we for show gladness. We're very, very concerned for waiting the happen in our country. We're not glad in most of we. I believe say most Sierra Leoneans This is not a partisan issue. I believe that even SLPP supporters them, APC supporters them, and plenty other supporters them, self no gladi. So it's very important make we continue for share this program. You see, because what will they discuss today and what we'll get for can talk is going to be very, very vital. And I want to let you all pay attention, make we listen to what we'll get for can talk today. And again, we guess go join we as any minute possible. It's any minute soon. It go join we hopefully. Let we can begin discuss the issue they are so they talk about. Very, very important issues them. So please, we not continue for share. We can talk about constituency 110. We don't see the wahala. We don't follow that election day. Since that first recon now. So it's very, very important. I think we get said it here for join me, but we'll see what's going to happen. But hopefully we will join me very, very soon. We will join me very, very soon. But again, we'll allow we continue for share. Because today program really, I want plenty people able for see this program today live, for be a witness for what you go for can talk about today live one, because it will be very, very important that we can hear from people where they in the know about what they happen. And we guess where we get today. Now, Apostle will say they in the thick of it, so you know all what they happen. They follow up. In fact, now part and parcel of what they go on. So please, when allow we continue for share, allow we continue for get as many people. Don't begin the platform. Don't begin build up. Don't begin get people so don't get more people as many people as possible. Because like we are saying no more, we go for talk about so many important things today. Very, very important. We all don't know what's in they go on at the country. We all don't see what's in the people they experience. And lately, we don't see the kind of developments where they take place in the country. So please, when allow we continue for share, let we get as many people as possible. When our patients we small, we guess go come up as anytime soon. When are just patients we small. Make us see again, it's care for Brian Cam. Immediately, I think they get some technical problems then. Yeah, I don't send a link there. I don't send a link to him there. I don't send a link to you as well. So you just need for press that link in the couch direct na the platform. Okay, then we guess small technical problem. Hopefully, you go able join we anytime soon. Let us see until they go on. Yes, but Mikalo, the program there on. I don't send you the link. You see, huh? Yes. No, but okay. But try back, try back la connect, la let you in. Try back. Okay, like we say, we'll get small technical difficulties, but hopefully, we guess they about for try for join we. So make us see. Make us see. This is participant. Look. Okay, very soon. Okay, I think she's. Okay, my guess they can join me very, very soon. Very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Like we are saying, I'm going to continue for share this program. Very, very important. We get plenty important in them for can discuss today now. And we no get no other person other than this outstanding individual, Mr. Minkailu Kuruma, where na person we don't up for salon business for make sure say salon business go before. We don't see him in the middle of things. And we're very, very happy and please forget at the platform today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think so. I don't see me guess. And video don't go off back. I don't know. Hopefully, Mr. Minkailu, do you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. We're glad for getting at the platform. Like what they say, I say, you know, outstanding gentleman, where they're in the middle of things, we don't up ready for push salon business go before. So, welcome once more again, Mr. Minkailu Kuruma. And while I say hi to the viewers, them where they wait plenty patiently at the platform.
Yeah, good evening, viewers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted for being at the program. And I want more to exercise the required patience so that the conversation will go on well and when I go ask the questions when I want to ask. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Minkailu Kuruma. And once more again, we'll tell you plenty thank you. Where you take time off your busy schedule for joining this evening or this night, however wherever we day from. And Mr. Minkailu Kuruma, I know I will delay again because we don't have a few small technical difficulties, we don't eat it all with time. I want to go directly to the interview. What you want to know about first, now this rerun election na constituency 110, because this is now the second time this way they rerun this election here, so. And we don't see plenty things and don't go on there. Una are the main opposition APC party. Our confidence una there because the last time when they do this recall election, we see people them openly go to a polling center where they go damage all the ballot material and then get for cancel that election and they 30 of them people will not see anybody responsible. So waiting that the confidence when I get saved this trip, it not go happen and the election will be free and fair and the people then go able to vote and vote for somebody will go represent in a parliament.
Yeah, the assurance why I go give you now that we as the main opposition party, in fact, the majority party in this country, that is the irony, we are the majority party, but we are in the opposition. That tells you the irony of the Sierra Leone politics. We're confident that we get the numerical strength. We're confident that we don't rally support. We're confident that even if they conduct the elections 1,000 times, we go win 1,000 times. But I'm not going to give the assurance of the election for be free, fair, credible, and transparent because we not trust the institutions there. At least they don't demonstrate, say we not for trust them. But then get now the responsibility for ensure, say, they rebrand the image and then tell the world, say, the character they beyond reproach. This is a test case for electoral management bodies, EMBs, for NEC, for PPRC, for the Human Rights Commission, the Office of National Security, the police and the military. This is a test case for let them prove to the world, say, in fact, they don't rebrand the image and that then are credible institutions for be trusted. But as far as the APC concerned, we don't do everything humanly possible. As you see the t-shirt I put on Akadi Davis, we don't rally support, we don't talk to the membership. They don't give you the assurance say they go vote overwhelmingly. Nobody not go intimidate we. Everybody will register another constituency, go out in the numbers. We go vote and Akadi Davis go win. In terms of the credibility, like I stated earlier, that are not go ascertain until the election results are in, until they count and announce Akadi Davis as the rightful winner before we able to determine the transparent level or the credibility of that election.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Minkailu Kuruma. Once more again, and you excellent response them. Very, very important and very, very straight to the point. And again, I want to tell people in the chat room, please, continue for share. Let's multiply the numbers and quick, because we get a dynamic personality now. So today Bukai would dissect most of the issues where we all want to know about things the way they happen currently in Sierra Leone. Because Mr. Minkadu, one thing your people want to know about, recently we see the opposition, the main opposition, APC party, the members of parliament, them walk out of parliament in relation to this particular act where they say they can replace that libel law business and the makeup of farm. You get any information in relation to that particular incident, what thing really happened and why make the parliamentarian walk out from parliament?
Yeah, just recently, there is a press release making the rounds in which political parties they don't distance themselves from that particular policy coming from government or cabinet that they want to politicize local government. There is nothing stopping an independent candidate for contest local council elections. I mean, people need back for go to history and try for know why local government. Local government is taking governance to the doorstep of the people. In the 70s, we been get them, we terminate them. But when we be the reconstruct Sierra Leone after the war, post-war reconstruction, especially the PRSP, Poverty Reduction Strategy Paper 1 and 2, would be the agenda for Tijan Keba. In 2004, we bring back local government. That is why there is the Local Government Act of 2004, where clearly states how people aspire for positions for be elected in councils, for be mayors, for be council chairpersons, for be councillors. Now, we not stop nobody. Anybody can grab, you go as an independent. That is why there is a provision for let people and contest as independent candidates. Which means if you don't want to run on a political party, you go as independent candidates for run for the position of mayor, for run for the position of chairperson, or for run for the position of councillor. So there is no need for law to say we want to politicize up. We want to make like political parties, they're not sending candidates there again. It is totally wrong. What the SLPP want to do is to transform this country to a one-party state. That is what they want to do. You remember in 2004, we've been get for send strong message to the country and to the world that the APC is ready to take back governance in this country. So when we begin the local councils conducted in 2004, we win overwhelmingly the council elections there across the country. Then there will be a signal for show say APC ready for take over political governance in the country. So they don't sense that say if we conduct this election to 2022, when are the slated time for local council elections, and that in fact European Union and other institutions they don't put money already for the elections for let take place local council elections. They're not afraid to say if they conduct an APC go win overwhelmingly. And if the APC win, it go send strong message to the world that the APC is ready to take over political governance come 2023. So they pass behind us, then go manipulate a certain policy where they say for depoliticize local council elections. But we as an opposition don't outrightly condemn them. We cannot condone it by any rate, any shape or form. We don't do a press release to the effect. And we get about all our 13 political parties that we don't support with, including the NGC and C4C. We also get members in the parliament. They all support we say no. If we left like how we've been there, political parties are for filling candidates. But if you think say you don't want to go on a political party, nobody will stop you. There is provision for independent candidates. We're not there under any political party. But you know, can't say depoliticize them, let political parties they're not sending candidates. But there is a catch here also. Why political parties are for sending candidates? Now, political parties, these are institutions where they train leaders. Then go groom you. I mean, when you mature for a certain position, no one apply, then go scrutinize you. The one that will qualify will meet the required, requirements, then go fill them in for them positions they are. But we will say would they depoliticize them, left and so. Any Jack and Jill can wake up one morning, sometimes he win Lotto or Mercury. He say, myself get money, I go galvanize for run for mayor. At the end of the day, they open the floodgates. Then the team not go get any sober merits, as the case may be. That is most of the reason why we condemn again. So for conclude, it is something that we are not going to support as the main opposition. And thankfully, we don't get other political parties. In fact, the only party now we stand alone for support is now the SLPP. And then go and use any means necessary for achiever. We also go tell them, say, this time around, sovereignty belongs to the people. We are not going to allow them to have a field insofar the governance of the country is concerned.
Okay, thank you very much again once more, Mr. Minkalu Kuruma, because it's very important to clarify that point there, because what in do, we know say always a question more local government are a barometer for the national politics. Now, even in big major democracy, they, all local governments have political parties that they fill in candidates and like they say now they foresee the political party them strength say, okay, like when you say 2004, the APC party win plenty landslide in terms of local government. Then I catapult them for take over the reins of government in 2007. So it was it baffled so many Sierra Leoneans, really, that particular proposal, why the current administration, the SLPP government, decide for come up with short proposal. But again, Mr. Minkalu Kuruma, I want to revert back to this constituency 110. Constituency 110, what's going to be the mechanics? Because many people are really worried about this particular recon election again. Because we don't want to marry, because one thing can happen when people like, don't vote, then begin delay for counting or this, that, and how prepared is the opposition party, like the main opposition party, we put candidates here for make sure say they able to monitor the system tomorrow when people don't vote, the ballot box then go then a secure location or counting will start immediately so that they will make sure say the process is completely thorough and it's transparent. So people will believe waiting will come up from that outcome day.
Now, this again, the commissioner will be conduct the elections. We're going to Iran, not in the again. We now have Mohammed Kone, now the new electoral commissioner. This is a test case for let proof say in a possible credible, transparent, and actually meet the requirement for serving them positions and they. We don't assure people them. Say we go protect them votes this time. We go ensure say we monitor the process thoroughly. And we go ensure say the process, remain credible as if for day. Now that make we don't train who party agents them, we don't train who police center coordinators them, and we send in people away, competent and get the required qualification in so far electoral process is then concerned. Not to any campus you send. Yesterday, all day, we also they go over the training for ensure say they monitor the process thoroughly, they stay focused, and they ensure say they protect the vote of the people. Because at the end of the day, just like I say, even if the people then turn out, they vote overwhelmingly, and at the end of the day, they manipulate the result. Then what benefits that they go hold for the APC? Absolutely. That is why we not take a light. Everybody in the All People's Congress leadership don't put the effort into this. The membership back home now, Sierra Leone, especially we were in our Western area, all long galvanized to ensure we put effort into this. We don't need parties for the past numbers of months from when they announced we get to get these elections on the 3rd, when on Saturday. We do everything possible for protect to people and vote. And when we vote, we go ensure we'll be around for ensure then count the votes there on time and then announce the result on time. We know they left any loophole, we know they left any room for excuses this time. We and the NEC officials then go the neck to neck until they count the results. We ensure we'll get to your result now and now before ever we have to go cold.
Okay, thank you very much once more, Mr. Minkalu Kuruma. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you plenty in the chat room. I see the numbers are going up rapidly. And welcome all in the chat room. We'll get today a dynamic gentleman here, so we will look at the issues thoroughly and very critically brain cancer. We all understand really what's in the happen in our country. But again, Mr. Minkalu, we all know you popularly as the national PRO for the NRM movement and the APC. We know say there was a meeting with the NRM and APC na Makeni, where they say we don't go reconcile and peace don't come. Plenty APC supporters and sympathizers and members them be very happy because they take and say this and one family. These people need to come together and work for the good of the party and make sure say they're able to rescue that country, Sierra Leone. But since then, it seems like there are few hiccups. Don't they get plenty rumors about hiccups, about the pending case still outstanding. You want to give me any updates as to what they go on right now in relation to that reconciliation there?
Yeah, I am obliged to do so. In fact, it is incumbent upon me to educate the public insofar that matter is concerned. I'm not going to go deep into waiting the obtain at the court because then they go amount to a contempt of court. But as far as we're concerned, we don't reconcile with the leadership of the party. We don't get a memorandum of understanding. And that memorandum of understanding don't lead we forget an agreement will lead we to a consent judgment. We will soon approach the court for a consent judgment. Now there is a rumor. Some people that they say members of the NRM ask that they want to let them give them $50,000. Some people that say they want to let them give them $35,000. All of that is wrong. It's not correct at all. The NRM not ask for a dime because before they go to court, we ensure say we put two arsenal together. We ensure say we mobilize resources, and we ensure say every member of the NRM contributes. Now the UK also on this, so we get to we man and they. The likes of the Ayub, the Abu Black, and others, they are members of the NRM. They contributed financially. When you go to the USA, we get the Sorita Rally, the Reform Bulldozer, the Alfred Conte, they all contributed financially. Sierra Leone, we say they have contribute. So we don't pay the legal fee. In fact, even before we not conclude the matter yet or not reach middle, we don't pay 90% of the legal fee. So anybody will say NRM make demand say we want to give you money for pay the legal fee. It is not correct. That will not sort out to legal fee, will not ask for nothing. The only thing we'll ask for now that the party for do, all the democratic tenants they will ask for do, for law will pull the matter in a court, and the party agree for one. All the concerns they will raise, they don't address under the constitution. The party also agree, say by January 2021, we go adopt the new constitution, and that all affairs of the party now will be conducted by the new constitution will come into effect. And that in fact, we get to get a transitional interim electoral management committee, where this committee and they conduct all elections from lower level, from ward to constituency to district to region, and conduct national officers election of the party in a national delegate conference. Where this body are going to do all landing now, then go now hand over the party to a new leadership we get for emerge. When a new delegates then get for go elect the national officers of the party. So in this interim body, NRM gets representatives and the party get representatives and we are all satisfied. And the people that will sign this MOU, the chairman and leader of the party, Dr. Anas Baikoman, and one person, the national secretary general of the party, Usman Fodi Ansane, Alhaji, Ambassador Usman Fodi Ansane, now another person. The leadership of NRM, both factions signed. The Mohammed Sheridan Kama have signed, the Honorable Tiraji Rollins Kama have signed, all the secretary generals have signed. And we will be plaintiff them for take the matter to court. Now we sign the agreement for go pull the case to court. We just they meet other legal requirements then now for do that. So anybody tell you say the process is being stifled because on demands that were unreasonable have been made, it's not correct at all. So this is the correct picture, and this is the stand right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mikaelu Koma, for that clarification, because many people will be confused and the question of plenty rumors and they come up from different quarters. Them. We know say always there are people out there we always want sabotage situation just because of their own personal interest for letting know we go before, but it look like you guys have handled it very well, and hopefully everything will be resolved very, very well as well going forward. But going forward, you said the party member for go adopt the new constitution in January. But again, other people in worry say we've got about 132 constituencies in the country. How the party go able to make sure say they able to conduct? How which kind of mechanism put in place logistics?
No, let me make a clarification.
Yes.
We get constituency executive there right now. Now that executive they are with the national executive of the party and all other persons were supposed to be delegates. Now then they go adopt this constitution, the APC 2020 constitution. After that, now we go now use this constitution for conduct the elections then now from lower level to national. This are just we call them a special emergency delegate conference with the agenda item for adopt the constitution no more. So this are just a mini convention for go adopt the constitution. We don't adopt the constitution, we go now conduct elections for new delegates then. We don't get for take about 2 to 3 months for one. Not to down
and that question we will ask because of the logistics were involved for conduct election. Now the one whole country will get 132 constituencies. You think say the 1 or 2 months go be sufficient? The particular logistics that manpower day that waiting under this constitution and state of emergency.
At most 3 months. We'll get an independent electoral management committee, we call TIEMC, where a 25-man, committee. Then get forget subcommittees there at regional and district level, where they assist for students here. We'll be able to achieve inside 3 months. But the one will get January, now just a mini convention, when are the old delegates they still go adopt. After that, we go now conduct affairs of the party using the new constitution. And it's achievable within a quarter. I mean, 3 months is enough to get that settled. The APC will not, time is not our friend here. We get to get national officers of the party elected who go down lower levels, and we need to also get to standard bearer. When we get to standard bearer or otherwise flag bearer, the dynamics go change. And that is what we are focusing on now. For say the SLPP get a fillet, then things say that they get the country, then they conduct themselves anyhow, and then things say they're going to rape the laws then shamelessly. Now where a flag bearer no emerge it. But when a flag bearer emerge, where everybody they rally behind, then say go see say the political dynamics go change. And that is why what the APC is working towards now.
Okay, Mr. Minkalu, thank you once more again. And you feel say within the 3 months, then we don't do the constituency election, them say the district, the regional, before they do the national convention, we go elect the national executive again within that 3 months. I will like confirm. You think so?
I am certain that if we get to constitution adopted by January, it will take something like 21 days for come into effect to repeal this current constitution. And after that, we go able to conduct our affairs within 3 months for get national officers of the party. We will go down get people from the world, the constituency, the district, and the region. We are career politicians, and that is our job. That is what we do on a daily basis. I mean, if we're ready for achiever, we'll go achiever, because we are not mixing it up with any other thing. The committee is going to work 24/7 round the clock, and we are going to have subcommittees to also work. Everybody is ready to contribute resources into this, because it is for the country. That is why I have always maintained we're doing it for God and for country. The people of this country need we. The people of this country want for Lord we liberate them from the bondage of political upheaval that has been mentored by the SLPP. And that is what we are going to do.
Okay, thank you once more again, Mr. Minkalu Koma. And you raised very, very salient points there. So I want to come back, Paulo, we round up, look into them thoroughly, because really the people in Sierra Leone, they look up to the opposition as well. If they face any difficulty with this current administration, they look up to the main opposition, one of the APC party, for put modalities in place for rescue them going forward. We know say 2023 has to be another presidential election or national general election going forward. But again, it's also very important for make the main opposition APC party show the people them say yes, they're ready and prepared. But recently, waiting people and most APC supporters, sympathizers, and members them, and Sierra Leonean populace in general, when they look for a strong opposition, is that the worry is say there is already started being some sort of argument, pull and push within the main members them when a potential flag bearer materials them for the APC party. Going forward, as the APC party got strong mechanism for make sure say this thing not go escalate to something else, we go bring destruction within the party.
The solution is election. That is why the NRM advocated for a modern day and democratic constitution. Yes, it is the right for anybody who want contest for run for the position of standard bearer or flag bearer for do so. But at the end of the day, whenever anybody emerge among them, we all get for support that person day. This is not uncommon. We see where Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders be the run for the flagship of the Democrats. Is it a peak where Bernie Sanders say, well, I wish I would not stop here and I think say Joe Biden is the right man. I throw me support to him. Notwithstanding the fact that we get a lot of candidates there where they clamor for this position, and they tell you now authoritatively that it will reach to a time when most of them they go into coalition building, because they go see say the wind they blow towards certain individuals there. By the time we go for the convention for elect the standard bearer, I start to say we're not going to get past 3 people there, really we go remain. Because I believe say we don't get talks with some people there. We're going for going to coalition building. And if we get 3 candidates they emerge, at the end of the day, if they want to be standard bearer, maybe the one go be the running mates. We're going to make it simple for the APC. But for all of this, I could say election. Nobody not going to say they rogue me. When an election delegate they elect somebody, anybody will know say, I mean, a loyal to the APC, a patriotic, and a believe in democracy, will just accept and they will move on. We are hopeful. That is why they always say, would they discourage the too many divisions within the party? the too many cabals, the too many groupings, it's not necessary. And some people, and just because this they support this, and to not in at the same camp, they see as an enemy. How can you think of that within the same party? So they advise, and we don't talk to people there. Let us see ourselves as APC, and that anybody will emerge at the end of the day through an election. Let us be ready to rally behind him, not ready for putting money them or ideas them, and not ready for do everything humanly possible for win political power and liberate this country. So that is what we are working towards now. So even if the people and they see, then they stretch their muscles them, then they say that they run for flag bearer, it is their right to do so. But very soon, everybody will take a rightful position, and the rightful, people away for emerge, both at the executive of the party and would have for be flag bearer, will naturally emerge.
Okay, thank you once more very much again, Mr. Minkailu Koma. And I want to say something where I forget for say. I want to say this platform inside Salon today at the NRM Media Empire, they send their sincere condolences to the Koma family for the loss of Admiral Mayan Sise Koroma. May God give him good road. May God sorry for him and make his soul rest in perfect peace. I just say I need to say that, and I believe say me guest SSF will join me for extend that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have been in the village, in Tonkolili district, Bonkolenken Chiefdom, Makande, where there is no network. Nobody not be able to reach me on the phone, and not be to get WhatsApp messages then. As I reach my 91, so driving towards my Shakawa, turn on my phone, I get the sad news. Say the chairman and leader, former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, lost his sister. We na anti-admire. Me be don't personally send me condolences and sympathies to HE, the former president and chairman and leader, and to other family members them of the late woman, when are the brothers them, Philip Koroma, Sylvanus Koroma Jr. But I also want to use this podium, as you state, for joining you, for express with sincere condolences as a party to the bereaved family. May God give good road, and may his soul rest in peace till we meet to part no more.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minkailu Koma. And somebody want to be more kind of disturbing a little bit for we in the diaspora. One of the APC youth leader we in the United States, one Umaruddin, it's got to go holiday in Sierra Leone. On the way coming back for return back to the United States, they arrest him. So people they say they don't need now 72 hours. And incarceration will get information, say they don't release them or they don't release them. We're not 100% sure. But Mr. Minkailu, I don't know if even if you don't get an idea of that particular issue there, this is a worrying trend. What do you think?
Yes, I was in town when he was arrested. We went to the CID. I go there with the National Secretary General and some other members of the APC. We make a plea for a release, but they not be released. He was in incarceration for 72 hours. But upon arrival, I confirmed say they don't release her. But what is bad is that we should not just be arresting people for no good reason. We will not get any tangibles to arrest them. It is wrong. The human rights records of this country is under serious questioning. Yeah, the rule of law, also they under serious challenge. So we, as an opposition, for always ensure say we put government on in toes for do the right thing. And that is why, by God in power, all this will come to an end. Now, for let the APC get a new constitution and a new leadership, with a new insight and new energy for take on the incumbent head on, all this will end. That is the assurance we are giving to our people. We know the intimidation too much. We know the human rights violations too much. But this will come to an end very soon. We pray that to get a new constitution and we'll get a new leadership. The face of the party will change, and SLPP will actually know say they are dealing with a very serious opposition going forward. That is what I'll say about that.
Okay, thank you once more very much, Mr. Koroma. I mean, that was a very worrying situation. And hopefully, the gentleman they don't release him, and this will come to pass. Go happen again because other people they remember I forget for go on holidays and for just arrest people in obituary like that is a very very worrying for human rights situation in that country. But going forward, Mr. Koroma, something happened in this there. So some people we've seen at the diaspora where demonstrates against Mr. Umaru Fofana when our freelance journalist and are working reports at the BBC. These people where they call themselves concerned Sierra Leoneans say, then feel say Mr. Umar Fofana and reports where they come out, where can send a BBC, it's very, very biased. Where people like who at this platform will just they report things like how we see them. We don't know why they protest, but that is out that the assumption. You get anything for God much for that particular talk, they will see Mr. Fofana self put big press release for condemning people and other people they support some people and they're against. What's that you don't take in relation to that issue there?
Yeah, well, on a personal note, I don't follow Umar Fofana for far too long. And I think say now one of the outstanding journalists there in the sub-region, not only in Sierra Leone. He has been a very great man, and still he is. One thing on my way not go down well is that I don't want to wait anything and they happen. If it concerns Sierra Leoneans and get justifiable reasons for demonstrate, somebody want to associate the APC with them. Because I read in press release on the way to Hitter, and it's guy for reprimand the APC very strongly. And he asks that the APC for disassociate himself or dissociate himself from that particular act day, if you know to be sent there. How the APC, as a political party, if we get any, reasons for doubt Umar Fofana, we dey lodge a formal complaint to the media house where they work for. We not go past being any people then for do and for we. That is what makes us an institution. If we think say in reporting bias and he get issues their way if we're clear, we go take them up with that. So me no want if he concerns our Leoneans they demonstrate, which is their right. If they think say this thing where they happen is not correct by their own definition or standard, it is their right to do so. I no go want to associate with the All People's Congress. We as a party no go reduce ourselves to that level there at all. If we want to do anything, we go do a press release, the National Secretary General go sign up, and we wait on the media go defend them to the latter. But like I say, I share in sentiment to a very large extent. Now a journalist were very outstanding, and let he actually try to see how he go address the inadequacies where the people have don't raise without blaming it on us. Now that no more me get for say to us that.
Okay, thank you once more again, Mr. Koma, and that's a very, very good response because a better man I understand because the people where they go protest, they make them clear. Say then a concern Sierra Leone and they don't get no affiliation to any political party in Sierra Leone. Then at their own observation when they look for their own personal cause where they fight. So it's a bit disappointing that they relate anything will happen to the APC party, which is very unfortunate. But again, some people have their own particular motive and purpose, but that's going to be determined in the due course. But again, Mr. Koma, we're glad it's all get you now. So we got plenty issues where we try for clarify, we try for get a clearer view of what's going to happen. But again, before I go further, I want to say tomorrow program get for deal with that particular Umar Fofana issue tomorrow at this particular platform. We get program on them. And also, please, we now join us on a plenty of the platform. We now subscribe now YouTube page. We get plenty interview that we don't do when our YouTube page. Please, we now go there and subscribe. And also, we get an anniversary show where they come up. The way will be the 19th of December 2020. So that particular show they go celebrate 3 years of this platform in existence. Not to say this platform, they will don't interview so many, plenty outstanding personalities at this platform here. This platform there for all Sierra Leoneans, and they continue for work for Sierra Leoneans and bring Sierra Leoneans and before and make sure say Salon issue the front and center. So please, we now continue for support with our YouTube page and we'll go there and we'll go see plenty of previous interviews that we don't do. Mr. Koma again, I want we come back to this 110 election because this 110 election I'm going for use for wrap up this particular program because it's very, very important. What's that your message on Saturday to the APC supporters then? And people, more than independent people themselves, where since this thing will happen at 110, now a big advantage where that particular APC candidate, if they don't win the election, then pull them, they come back for go standard election. If win them back, they will see people, when big people, now the main ruling party, SSF, go scatter ballot material, now the polling center. So people, that any parents people, where not to APC people themselves say, but this is an advantage. This is sad. So what's your general message to them people in terms of for encourage them for go vote? What's the message you send to them today for men and go for the election on Saturday?
Yeah, the good news is I always on the part of the campaign team save for yesterday on the final day, because I've been getting something important for attention at Tonkolili. My message always don't be that they don't put the resolve of the people of constituency 110 and the APC people who resolve, they don't put on to test. We don't get Cardi Davis elected for the first time in 2018. He go to parliament, take about 1 year a day. They say for do a rerun. We do a rerun, who get her elected. 90% of the result then come in, who's a lead. Now only 10% this.
I think you like now. Mr. Koma, I think say you line the echo. I don't know, maybe you need for shift something, or it's really unfortunate. The interview they gone very well, and hello, Mr. Koma. With a struggle for you, I think say you line the echo. I don't know. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we don't lost Mr. Koma for a short while. I believe say we'll rejoin we back, because really we don't try for tackle some major issues. Like we have telling no more say we get plenty important issues for can discuss today na so na mu depa and
Hello.
Yes, okay. Yes, go ahead, sir. I think say you line the small problem. Thank you. Welcome back.
Yes. What are they saying that are always on the part of the campaign, and that we always want to tell the people of constituency 110 say the SLPP government don't put the result into test, and that we will do everything possible for proof say we fall white. Cardi Davis win the elections in 2018. They go to parliament and take about 1 year. Then pull in a parliament unreasonably, conduct a rerun for a winner back. 90% of the results come in. Only 10% discrepancy outside and destroy ballot boxes. By law established, therefore don't read the result. Because the same thing happened. Where some part them get issues, then council result, they also get issues. They announce the majority of the result. At that same time, why not for do the same than 110? 10% of the results, you can cancel. The 90% announcer. But they're not doing because they know say Cardi Davis win. This time round, we they ask the people of 110 for come out in the numbers. Very early for go and vote. After they don't vote, then for team up day. I mean, a little distance from the ballot boxes. And show say
I think say this is line not being bad. It's rather unfortunate, you know. Say, I know say internet line there. Now free talk to give the FF problem there. They kind of get an issue with Mr. Koma. Hopefully, we hope say this line will clear and we will come back and join we as we do earlier on, because the line not begin play with we small and soon as if no say the line of free or something, and they will phone company and they just
interview the blacklist number. Hello.
Yes, hello. Go ahead. Yeah, okay, thank you. Welcome back. It looks like say like
Yes.
Small problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, the internet, you know, do you won't tell me they get better internet. But the SLPP cannot manage the economy, and so they cannot manage internet. They cannot manage the telecom of this country. That is why they have to take the exit door by 2023 and allow it for manage the economy well. We don't advise the people of 110, say they don't put the test, the result into test. Therefore, come out in a number, vote, team update until and count them ballot they are. And that is what we are going to pursue. We will ensure we pursue unto the latter. We will ensure we protect them votes, and we will ensure Cardi Davis emerge, because she's the rightful winner. You don't win twice, they don't deprive them twice. But this time round, we will ensure the right thing happen. And that is why you get to see a lot of international observers, because we don't alert the international community. You get for the European Union get for the UN get for ECOWAS representative, AU. I mean, they all get institutions the way they represent them. They have to be there. And that is why we get for actually summon the SLPP-led government to the court of public opinion. Everybody they watch and see what they go do to Saturday. They assure us that we go win, landslide, and we go celebrate victory in harmony. For in the struggle of the APC, there is victory for us.
Okay, thank you very much again once more, Mr. Kuruma. And you know what kind of this program, you know, left, we'll not ask you about the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, where Mr. Ben Kefala, and recently, what do they see from the commission, the SSF, because plenty of people in the diaspora can ask about who's kind commission this, where they see mix, they see any tangible result yet for sure. We say this now a commission where they operate fairly in terms of the case where they prosecute. Because recent example was the case against a minister where they say they alleged say the minister absconded to take over 40,000 bags of rice. This is what the commission SSF say. Then they say for going to court for go present evidence, the commission withdraw and all the case collapse. They say they're not going to put case before judge and jury. So what now you take in terms of all this operation and all what we see from the Anti-Corruption Commission and the commissioner himself?
Yeah, you know, the SLPP-led government, all what they do, most of them are facade. In other words, now pretense. Then they shinka the people, they lie, say, oh, they do this, oh, they do that, which of course, then just they paint a picture, we're not correct. Then get two things the way they run the trumpet. One, a free quality education. Two, now the fight against corruption. But in all of them, we were there on the ground, we don't observe, we don't see any progress reports so far. You know, they take somebody to court with so many allegations just to let the courts acquit and discharge that person there because they don't see any concrete evidence for conviction. Now I make way, they even introduce the COI, Commissions of Inquiry. We always don't tell them, say, we want the rules of court committee or the rules of evidence. Because without evidence for substantiate, say this person has so you do, now so you do, you're not going to convict her. Then go ahead, get the COI. Now they get the white paper without courts in rules of court committee or the rules of evidence. That now for tell you, say, always they do now facade, now pretend. And at the end of the day, they're not going to get any good result for sure. Now look what happened. We also don't remind them, say, Suma group of companies, where they give Lunge Airport for extent, they not follow the required procedures as established in the Procurement Act. And even the ACC Act, as amended in 2019, the 2008 Act, we give a lot of powers then to the ACC. We take prosecutorial powers then from the Attorney General's office and give to the ACC. And now the ACC also get the right for put that particular contract into a hold and ensure say they go through the right procedures. We don't remind them, but they don't even bother. They don't do it because they are protecting certain individuals. You know, it is very bad. So me not go and say much on them. Let them continue for expose themselves. And the APC go read their scorecard very soon as a government, which is not only limited to the ACC, but we actually don't assess all government institutions from the office of the president to the least ministry. And very soon we will publish a scorecard. Lord tell us, say, when we handle the country some 10 years or so ago, we don't do remarkably well where they're not going to achieve even 10% of what we would do, even in 4 or 5 years. That is what Sierra Leoneans should judge them by. And based on that, they then get for voting a new government and show them the exit door.
Okay, thank you once more, Mr. Kuruma. And we really, really appreciate you when you take your time off your busy schedule. Although the internet's a play, you try very hard for able journey tonight. And you don't bring plenty till we don't clarify for where most of the people that are the chat room appreciate you greatly. They say really, really happy that you don't rob much for them talking and they don't get a clearer picture of actually what they go on at the country now. So thank you once more again. We're glad for that. But what the other people they ask again is that people they say, well, one of the talk say this government they work and talk and do and everything. They said during one election they take place in Falaba, the government will go there, they even go with truck there, with caterpillar. They say they make one road there, the road that bad road where you can call it. They say after a while, 30 days that going to happen. The same
no, not of Falaba no more. Then do the same na Tonko Limba. Not only Falaba they do. Tonko Limba, who said then keep 14-year-old Bobo, Umfa Ali, then commissioner and bodyguard. Then shoot on site and kill 14-year-old Bobo, Pada by election day. Then go shinka the people there. Gentle group of companies go to machine and they lie by the people.
Again, we guess me the talk. I said internet is really, really bad now. And it's rather unfortunate because we try for round up and try for bring up some issues that really relevant. So now they ask the question that they ask so that we put them to we guess. But the internet, they play.
Can't construct the road, yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Kuma. Oh, again, you know?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yes, so only for Palaba, then do the same for Tonko Limba. Who said they kill 14-year-old Bobo, Umfa bodyguard. They went there with machines, gentle group of companies, and lie by the people and say, oh, they can't make this code now. At the end of the day, immediately after where they don't succeed, forget what they want, by lying to the people, then pull the machine and they do the same for Falaba. And while they know say Konadugo and Falaba district, now then they pull the timber there. The road very deplorable. The road don't damage. The heavy duty truck then are dead in the past. Then go lie by the people about say, oh, they can't make this road here. And the people that actually want to let their businesses and go through, some of them, they hope. But at the end of the day, immediately after the elections, then pull the machine and they get nothing not go on. So this is how they will continue to lie to the people of this country. And I don't like the how one put stop to. When Ernest Microman say I they construct the Kenema Kailan Highway, it don't have. We change about 49 bridges, including the Daru Bridge. We start from Kenema to Shegbema, Shegbema to Pendembu. Only a few miles to Kailan. We got inside Kailan town. The popular Kailan called Barry roundabout to Tade, Gida Hospital, Gida Water. We do all of that. But at the end of the day, we not go there for impose ourselves for win any by-election. Hey, we allow the people for vote who they want. Let the will of the people prevail. Because sovereignty belongs to the people. That is what is expected, of any responsible government. And that is why the people of this country don't now get, the opportunity for access the APC and the SLPP. They now go there in a better position for make sound judgments. This is the reason why we are confident that we don't work for this country and come 2023, the people go pay we back based on who did them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kuma. And again, we really appreciate you that you managed through this difficult internet line. But yes, hopefully we'll never try for round up now, small. And like what you talking about, so this is now a credibility issue. I mean, if people are going to lie by people, they kind naked lie and they really call to question their own credibility, which is really unfortunate. But again, Mr. Kuma, as we refer for roundup, the one thing where the mourn many Sierra Leoneans in, even Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, because it gets direct effects. Now, this is what we can say the Grand Triangle. In your take, why make the economic situation of the country just they get worse every day? And even we only use currency, they fordon and they depreciate to the in relation to the international currency. What if you say the government and when they cause this serious hardship for the people in Sierra Leone?
Now, when this government come, before they come, JJ Safa and others, who is the current Minister of Finance, been there all over the place, 98.1 and elsewhere places. They tell the people and say, then they can't address the bread and butter issue. Then they can't address the bread and butter issue. It continued for talk this. But when they came, they made certain decisions where don't make the economy very tanga. They start by giving executive orders or executive clearances. Side away, really, then for tax, not only then the tax. Side away, then not for tax, not then the tax. In fact, what they're interested in alcoholic beverage, they reduce the tax or pull tax on beverage alcohol because this now a Romba government. When a Romba they consider for make them decision, they say no pull tax them by rum so that we get boku rum the inside the country. Side away, this in a food stuff, other things they wait for reduce tax from. where people are able to bring account for reduce hungry, and then they increase taxes. You understand? They also make employment very difficult for people. They ensure say they only employ members of their cronies. They embark on nepotism and others, things that deprive a lot of people them, terminate contracts them, make life extremely difficult for the ordinary people. Then talk about free quality education. Most of the things that we them promise, they're not the give. Then talk about school feeding program. How many schools then they cook for Pikine? Now facade, all that shinkan lie. At the end of the day, even the materials then, the learning materials then they ask parents them for go sign undertaking. You know now that we applying people there. For let you tell and say go sign undertaking. Say this book, what they give picking for Kango house. If you anything about you go pay. And they afraid for sign. So the book then, some of them partner, they stores them. The people are not even access them. So a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. Anyway, now that make it read the list man they tell you say the ground dry, the ground dry, the ground dry. Because already APC been do for cushion the economy, for make the ordinary man smile, for make the economy boom. When they come, instead of they actually laze with their predecessors then, engage the former government as to how you do this correct, how you do the, it's not bad for engage with predecessor, because it is about country governance, which is different from politics. I have always maintained politics is a competition for political power. It is different from governing the states. The government is the machinery of the states. The machinery of the state is being actually handled by a body of persons, empowered by the constitution to carry the day-to-day affairs of the state. So don't put politics one side. Engage the predecessor government. Una talk how you do this right, how you able to handle electricity, how you able to handle the telecom in the country, how you able to handle SMEs for actually, give people the loan and grants, how the economy be the thrive, but they are not asking questions. They rely on too many professionalism. Then they assume, say, they're too savvy, which is not the case. We, the APC, we believe, say, we for consult, we for relate well. That is why, in fact, when Anes Baikoma took over from Tijan Kaba, even before Tijan Kaba, they passed away, we are having a very good relationship. You see the kind of transition will take place, very respectful, where Anes Koroma, they even give a media speech in parliament. The Kotu can call state opening of parliament. He recognize all the good things that we Tijan Kaba do. He be rely on and greatly forgive the required advice, and so he succeed. Now that would be expected President Joseph for do. But when they came in with a bunch of certain individuals that regarded themselves as professors, academic professors. We don't understand within our governance. We all get respect to academia because we are intellectuals of higher standing. But governance actually different from academia somehow. You don't go down in a classroom for all of you years, when they serve public life, they think say you know it all. No, you get to work with the people that we don't serve, we know, don't sit down, carve the way for let the country move on and thrive. So that is what they fail to do, and that is why the country is suffering today. We actually know they pray for the failure of any government because an opposition is a government in waiting. It is also a responsibility to guide the incumbent government to succeed on their manifesto. But this is not a listening government. That is why they are failing. And if they are ready to fail, we are ready to take the governance of the state. That is why we go show them the exit door very soon. So I think this will be my concluding remarks, as I have another interview to attend to at 11. So I want to rest for an hour to be able to attend to the other interview. Thank you very much.
Okay, then thank you very much, Mr. Minkailu Koroma. We tell you thank you plenty. And I believe say most of we viewers and say appreciate you greatly for we don't come and clarify some key issues that we all be confused about. Again, this platform here and this particular program, they tell you thank you plenty. Thank you once more, Mr. Minkailu Koroma, and God bless you and God bless Sierra Leone as well.
Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we get don't round up. You don't give me final comments, and we very much appreciate that this platform. What you can do today, we don't can clarify so many issues. Them we're plenty of who they get doubts about things. Then we confused with, and I believe say what the man this gentleman don't can talk so today now. So most of we Sierra Leoneans them the diaspora we feel reassured that the word Arab they do for reassured because we believe say yes. The opposition, when a formidable opposition, APC party, go stand for the people, go stand for the country, because when they go on at the country, many people are not happy. The country, they face dire economic strains and so many things them as well that are not going right. So now I believe say with 20 this the board I don't can reassure we will tell and thank you for that. And we'll get the hope, we'll not say the opposition will stand for the people. So family, I want to make some few announcements in Tuna. We 30th anniversary. We don't get the lineup of the guests we'll go forget for that particular interview day. We'll go forget the president of SLA, Jonah, Mr. Ahmed Said Nasrallah Godede. We'll go forget Madam Fadima Savage from VOS. We'll go forget Dr. Tonya Musa, one of the media director for Frabe College University. We'll go forget Mahmoud Simkagbo, when a journalist. We'll go forget Mr. Chernobawe, a journalist, African Press, and lots more other personalities, outstanding personalities. We can dissect social media a revolution vis-a-vis politics, social interaction, economic, and every other thing else. Because if we talk about social media, now I don't give you the platform they like today, where like you say, the world will become a global village. We all able to interact, we all able to talk about issues then, where the benefits we country, where the both for benefits we raise, benefits we continent, and so on and so forth. So definitely now watch out for that date. Say the date again will be December the 19th. That day they will broadcast live now Facebook platform, but also they broadcast live now YouTube platform. So now watch out for the date. Very, very interesting, dynamic, a wonderful program will come up on the 19th of December 2020. Then, I just try to summarize what Mr. Minkailu Koma don't can talk here today in relation to what they happen in constituency 110. We all know what will happen in 2018, where that particular candidate for the APC party, we don't win that seat. They make a rerun. Where plenty of people say, yes, if we don't win that, even though they go damage ballot material, then one of the center, they were in a favorite for win, they plenty one. But the one they say we left, the electoral commission, for we don't call, but they don't call, but still, them people there, because of peace, because of the love where they go for the country, then they be hard and they patient. So people they say plenty Sierra Leoneans, they will find themselves in that vicinity, where register for party and that. Even the people who are not to APC, people themselves, then they contact we say, well, we're not to APC, but we vote for candidate this because what do the car advantage what we see this lady don't go through enough fear at all. And they also don't see what's in the main ruling party, the young candidate when Madam Josephine Jackson do, where people are getting video, when they touch a one about tell the one killer. Now they see them go bribe the same bubble back, they bring and come try for like twist the talk. So many of these things here I know see don't right that people they act and they mind them. So I believe say people them will go out and vote peacefully that day on Saturday. And with the upset the people of the manager election day from the police and now the different political parties commission always and call them the electoral commission. Go where we make sure say then count the actual result and call the post we win. Let that post will represent the people in the parliament because the people that constituency 110 they don't face disenfranchisement for so long. So this will be the end to that one day all. Hopefully, by God in power, we believe say it will happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we don't reach to the end of this program. I want to say, una all thank you plenty for una beautiful comments and una support as always na this platform here. So, una tata, and tomorrow una look out for another program where we can talk about this Umar Ufofana issue and so many other things them that this platform. Now the platform for all Sierra Leoneans them. Una always know say this platform there for una all. I they tell una thank you plenty. I they tell you guys thank you plenty. Una take care. And me we host and present this program. Me na Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. I always there at this platform with the program Inside Salon today, where they look at relevant and current issues them where they happen at Sierra Leone. So family them una tata. God bless you all. And God bless you, beloved country, Sierra Leone. Thank you.